Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, sorry, to F1 Manager 24. And yeah, we weren't showing there on screen, so we're back. There we go. That's better. Hello, as I say, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream of our F1 Manager series. Hope you're doing well. It's another weekend. The weekend is here, and it was a week in which we actually saw a real Formula 1 cars. Well, not the actual Formula 1 cars, but we saw their liveries, at least the liveries they're going to be running in 2025. So that was good to see, and very much on to the season's time. Pre-season week's time, and then a few more weeks, and we'll be in Melbourne. So all looking good on that front. Stormy, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. But yeah, we'll probably get into talking around some of those liveries in this stream. But we are at Hungary in this one. We've qualified P4 with Alonso, P8 with Ricciardo. But yeah, the liveries this week that we saw, to be honest with you, as I say, we'll probably cover it as we go through this stream, but a little bit disappointing. It was very samey, wasn't it? A lot of the liveries, they've kind of, you know what to expect with the Ferrari, although obviously a bit of white. I don't quite like the white on the top of the car, though, I must say. But yeah, Williams, very samey. McLaren, very samey. Red Bull, always very samey. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest in my opinion, but as I say, we'll get into that as we go through on this stream. Stormy, I follow, much appreciated, much appreciated. So, as I say, actually in this stream, though, we are focusing on the Hungarian Grand Prix, and this is actually the last race before the summer break, and we've got quite a few upgrades coming our way after that summer break, or during the summer break. Fernando Alonso is actually running a couple of new parts, so we have managed to get a couple of new parts on the car before the summer break, and Alonso will be using those in this race. And that's probably why he's out-qualified Ricciardo. So Alonso qualifies P4, Ricciardo P8. We're still kind of chasing the RBs, Red Bulls, and McLaren. So we'll see how we go, whether Alonso's got a little bit more pace. Can he challenge for the podium or race win? We'll see. I'm doubting it, but let's wait and see. Strategy-wise, both on a two-stop, but very different on the compound. So Danny Rick's going to go light on the softs, then light on the mediums, finishing standard on the mediums. Alonso is going standard all the way, but he's going mediums, hards, and mediums. So let's see how we go. Hope you're all doing well, but let's crack on and start this Hungarian Grand Prix. Of course, you are dropping in. Do smash that like button. Really helps me out.
Building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing.
There we go. Got an RB on pole, and then you've got a Red Bull behind it, another RB. So the Red Bulls and RB, the Red Bull family, are dominating at the moment.
It's a promising,
but the McLaren's not too far away either.
They'll be looking.
And here we go.
Here we go then.
Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
And Hulkenberg from pole gets us underway. It's Sainz P2, Tsunoda P3, and then Alonso. Let's see how we go. Alonso's lost out to one of the Red Bulls already. Alonso, yeah, down to P5. Ricciardo maintains P8. But the RB's now running 1 and 2. Alonso, can he get back that P4? He's trying here. With Carlos Sainz, he doesn't quite do it. Ricciardo has moved up to P7 though on Lewis Hamilton.
So we're heading now into turn 5. Can they squeeze by?
Yes, that was very brave from Danny Rick, and he's through into P7. Let's have a look at tyres then. So, Hulkenberg hards, Tsunoda Verstappen softs, Sainz and Alonso mediums, Perez in 6th on the hards, and Danny Rick on the softs. Danny Rick, we can't afford to abuse these tyres, so it's kind of get them up to temperature, and then we'll have to settle in to our strategy. But Alonso has lost out on a position here on the first lap then, and Ricciardo has gained one, so we run 5th and 7th. As I've said, I wasn't really expecting to match the pace of these RBs and Red Bulls. It's going to be a challenge.
DRS enabled.
And the McLarens are usually pretty quick, but they are down in P9 with Piastri and P17 with Norris. Norris having a bit of stinker in terms of form at the moment.
0.4. Car behind Checo.
Right.
1 second.
Checo is
Drop down the plates.
in a bit of a Team Lotus sandwich here, but Ricciardo can't make the move.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Okay, head down, no problem.
He made the move on Hamilton through here. Not going to be able to do that here. And I think, as I say, let's just settle in. Adrian, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And Alonso, we'll just keep pushing with him for a little while because I want to try and keep in the DRS if we can. Looks like that's going to be difficult, though, because we're now dropping a second. So it might be a case that we need to get Ricciardo past Perez and just push away in what will be 5th and 6th. And that might be the positions that we are battling for today. Caleb, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Alonso. Detection. Yes, he does get DRS. So Alonso's got DRS. What about Ricciardo? Got DRS, but we look a long way back here. Yeah, long way back, but we will get a second bite of the cherry through here. 2 detection zones. Or 2 DRS zones. 1 detection zone, I believe. And no, Ricciardo can't make that work. Now the commentary goes hard. No, thanks for the follow. Right, so Alonso has stayed with this battle, but we do want to settle down a bit.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel liftoff.
Copy.
Right, Ricciardo, let us have a look here. So,
Liftoff.
Understood.
yeah, it's kind of mixed here in the top 10 in terms of compounds.
Overtake available.
We've got 4 medium runners in that top 10, 4 hard runners, and, well, that maths is wrong, isn't it? 3 mediums, 4 hards, and 3 softs. It's 4 plus floor. 4 plus floor? 4 plus 4 plus 3 actually makes 11. Anyway, what am I talking about? Alonso. Still in the DRS of Sainz. Ricciardo, we're giving a bit of battery to as well, as Yuki Tsunoda in P1 sets the fastest lap of the race. Ricciardo using battery and DRS this time. Is he going to make the move here? He's having a look. Perez kind of covers him off, but the door is still open and Danny Rick slips through and he'll have the DRS to pull away. So that should be a job done on Checo. Perez doing good work though to have that Williams in P7. But the McLarens, I think, are not where they should be on merit. So Piastri, now in P8, I'd imagine he's going to be coming through pretty quickly. So Ricciardo, let's just pull the gap to Perez. But I think Piastri's going to be past Perez very quickly. And then Piastri's going to be on the gearbox of Danny Rick. Let's just keep pulling away from Perez. Dog Pull, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And we've built that 1 second. So, about to start lap 5 then. Tsunoda leads, Verstappen second, Hulkenberg third, Sainz 4. So the Red Bull family dominate in the top 4. Alonso's just dropped out of the DRS. So I think we might be competing for 5th and 6th here today, but we'll see how we go. Although Tsunoda and Verstappen, depending if they push their tyres too hard, they might have to pit earlier than us. So we'll see. We've got a yellow flag. That was very brief. Someone's locked up or gone wide, I imagine there. It's Teo Portier who's had a lock-up and how he's dead last in the Haas. Toyota Haas. He was running 21st, but now he's given that position to the Audi and he drops to 22nd. Piastri is clear of Perez, only 1.7 behind Ricciardo, so I'd imagine he's going to close that. Norris still down in 17th though, so a long way back. But yeah, who watched the F1 75 event then, and what did you make of that? And also, what did you make of the liveries? As I say, I was quite disappointed with the liveries. No one really went bold. I think most people like the RB. I'm probably in that category. I do like the RB livery, but everything else was all a bit samey and a bit safe, to be honest with you. I was a bit disappointed in the liveries. Ferrari, I quite like the white, but I don't like it on the fin. The fin, sorry. Above the engine cover. Caleb, V-Carb looked amazing. Yeah, definitely for me, that's the best livery this year. I say everyone's going, it's kind of like just too businessy these days with being on brand. Williams obviously sticking to that colour. McLaren, very samey. Ferrari, you know what it's going to be. Red Bull, you know what it's going to be. Aston Martin, so yeah, it's a shame that no one really goes bold. But here we go. Here's Oscar Piastri. We thought he'd be coming through very quickly, and he is. I don't think there's much we can do there. We're not really in a fight with that McLaren. It's got too much pace on us at the moment until we get past this summer break. So Piastri is past Ricciardo, and I'd imagine
Okay, head down. We
he'll soon be past Fernando Alonso.
Ferrari behind us.
And Ricciardo's not going to be too far off his teammate either. So we're going to be running, what, 6th and 7th. That may well be the maximum here today, but we'll see. There might be some shenanigans that go on in front of us that'll give us an opportunity. Outside chance of a podium. So these soft runners are not really abusing their tyres, Tsunoda and Verstappen. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. But Piastri will definitely have the pace on Alonso. Caleb, I hope next year they make a big change. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I was disappointed. Not necessarily with the event. The event didn't bother me. I didn't really watch it fully. I was just kind of checking back every time a car got wheeled out and just to have a look at the liveries. So, yeah, my disappointment was with the actual liveries themselves. They're just too samey as last year. Kinga, hello, buddy. Yes, I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing? Here we go then. Piastri has the DRS now on Fernando Alonso. And as I say, I get a second bite of it here. So we haven't put Fernando on aggressive defending here because our fight is not really with Oscar today, unfortunately. So Oscar is passed. And we can try and stay with Oscar here, though. Oscar might be able to drag us towards the top 4 or the top 5 with him in it. So we'll just try and maybe use a bit of Oscar's pace. I think they need to put the performances at the end of the event. Yeah, as I say, I didn't really watch it. I just had it kind of on mute in the background and just sort of started paying attention every time they showcased a car. So I can't really comment on how good the event was in terms of performances and all the rest of it because, as I say, I wasn't watching that. I was just waiting until the car... I quite liked the idea of seeing all the cars on the same day. But yeah, I wasn't bothered about performances and all the rest of it. Right, Alonso should have DRS just about here. And Danny Rick will have it as well.
Has DRS.
Let's say we get 2 bites of it, but Oscar has nearly pulled that second.
Copy.
But yeah, I was just generally disappointed in them all, and especially being a McLaren fan, I was hoping for something a little bit different. Knew it was going to be sort of obviously the papaya, but yeah, just with a lot of the cars, they're just too similar, which is a shame.
I don't know, man. I cannot pass.
It's like they got the ability. They do these really nice one-off liveries and special liveries for certain races, but it's like the standard one just... Yeah. Why doesn't a team just go full-on bold and have a different livery for all 24 races? That would be something. But Alonso dropping out of the DRS. Bortoletto is retired and we've got a virtual safety car. I'm going to pit. I'm going to pit Ricciardo here. Might switch him over to the hards, actually. I'm going to change strategy with Ricciardo here.
Dash positive.
Because we have got a virtual safety car. Let's try and mix it up a bit. Bortoletto has crashed. All on his own by the looks of it. Oh, impact in the barrier. May I crash? You do indeed. You do indeed, Bortoletto. Right, Bortoletto is out, and that has triggered a virtual safety car.
Look after the tyres.
And Bortoletto, as I say, is retired. Ricciardo is in the pits. Oh, sticky left rear. 4.2, that's 2 seconds too slow. No one else has stopped.
Okay.
So we've gone very
alrighty.
bold there, but we may as well try something a little bit different. And Ricciardo, pit stop issue. Is he going to be in front of K-Mag? I don't think he is. Although he should be, because he can't overtake under the virtual safety car, and we were ahead at the safety car line. So Ricciardo will claim that. Right, just bear with me, because we just need to edit this strategy now. We've come in for a different... Let's go... Softs wouldn't make it. Mediums should, though. We're going to have to do a bit of management, though. Well, that's fine. Right, we'll see if that works out. Or not for Danny Rick. Okay, but it was terrible. I was there for the cars and I had to wait on multiple performances, yeah. Yeah, as I say, I just had it on in the background, but it's the way Formula 1's going, unfortunately. Very commercialised. You see it in the race locations and the circuits that they're picking. You know, we're losing places like Hockenheim and, you know, obviously Spa is going to every other year and we're racing around crappy street circuits. It's all about the money, unfortunately. Right, let's forward on till this virtual ends. There we go. Bortoletto's mixed it up a little bit there.
We do need a little bit of liftoff for the fuel.
Understood.
As safety car is now going to end.
BSC ending.
But yeah, RB definitely for me won the best livery.
DRS enabled.
I do like the Aston Martin, as in I've just liked the Aston Martin for the last few years. But again, it's nothing different this year. Ferrari obviously tried something a little bit different, but as I say, I'm just not sure of the white on basically the shark fin element, top of the engine cover. That looks odd. I think the white at the front wing and stuff looks good. The kicksalver's not as bad as last year. That's definitely improved.
Magnussen has DRS.
Right, Alonso is all over Piastri here. What's that done to tyre life? We're still at 67%. When's Alonso due in? Lap 21.
Car ahead is Piastri. Gap 0.4.
Yeah, the Alpine's not too bad. The Haas isn't too bad.
Gap 4.7.
So I'm just, you know, I'd say everything's a business, whether that's the Formula 1 or the teams themselves. They want to keep things on brand, you know. Red Bull, there's nothing stopping them from doing a different livery, but that is their car, that's their brand, so they're not going to massively change it, but it's just a shame that they don't. I think Red Bull could do more than Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari are they're always going to be red, so it's difficult, but
Understood.
Red Bull, you know, if you've got that logo on it, it's a Red Bull, so I think they could do something a little bit different rather than just wheel out the same car every year. Same livery, I should say. My Piastri is just absolutely bolted there.
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Right, so lap 12. Lawson pits now. That's odd. He could have pitted on the virtual, but he pits now. You see the blue HP design they had made. No, I don't think I saw some memes of a blue HP. I don't think I saw anything official designs. Right, so Ricciardo is 1.1 off Russell, but of course he's a net pit stop up at the minute. Is Danny Rick?
Need to drop the pace.
Understood.
Alonso
Cool the tyres.
is... Oh, we're on a leader there. Alonso is back with Piastri briefly. He may not be staying there, but let's have a look what Ricciardo can do. He on high for overtakes, he is. So Ricciardo really needs to get this done because Russell is 5 seconds off Lando Norris here. But Ricciardo should have a clear path when everyone pits. He's just going to go zooming up this order here, thanks to pitting on that virtual. He's 24 seconds off the lead, so I mean, it's not enough to get in the lead. Let's just watch this play out. As he goes to the inside then, this should be easy work. Much fresher tyres, even though they're hards. George Russell doesn't really defend it. And opens up the second DRS and we pull away. So Ricciardo up to 15th, now got clean air. Yeah, what's the pit loss? Sorry. So the pit loss is 21 seconds. So if everyone stopped right now, Ricciardo would move up to 5th. And he was 7th, so he'd make a couple of gains, but it depends if he starts going quicker than these guys now. He may jump the whole field, so let's wait and see. "13 laps, it's a Red Bull 1-2, it's an RB 3-4, Sainz, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Piastri cut adrift by 4 seconds, and then another gap to Alonso in P6, and then Albon now P7 for the Aston Martin. Let's have a look at tyres then. So no one really is going to come into the pits imminently at the top 10, but Norris and Gasly are not far away, which will open up for Ricciardo. Now let's just see these last laps as Ricciardo's just crossed the line. 1:23, so Ricciardo nearly going 2 seconds quicker than Ocon ahead of him. Only 3 tenths quicker than Norris. A second and a half quicker than Gasly. 1.3 on Leclerc. 2 on Perez. So yeah, he's going a lot quicker. What about the leaders? Sainz just... Look at that fastest lap from Sainz. A 1:18. Sainz just pulled something out of the bag there. But yeah, Ricciardo is lapping just about quicker than the leaders, ignoring Sainz's rocket ship lap there. So Ricciardo is going to jump up the order pretty heavily here, I'd imagine. And look out for Ricciardo. He might have a chance for a good result. Who knows? We took a gamble coming in under that virtual.
Thoughts on tyres?
It's okay.
Alright, let's jump on board Ricciardo. Alonso, yeah, 3.6 off Piastri. Got Hamilton 3.2 behind. Like, Alonso kind of in no man's land. Gasly and Norris pit, so that's good for Ricciardo. Means he doesn't have to get past those two on track. So he'll be jumping across these two now, as they're in the pit lane. And there goes Ricciardo, so he'll move up to P13. Nice clean stops, it looks like. Is Gasly going to get back out ahead of Lando? Yes, he is. That'll frustrate him. Okay, so Ricciardo, 2.6 behind Ocon. Then it'll be 4 seconds up to Leclerc. Ocon may come in before Ricciardo gets to him as well. So it's working out quite nicely for Ricciardo. A lot of these might actually pit before Ricciardo gets there. So Ricciardo's going to be making a lot of moves without having to do it on track, so to speak. So he's 2.1 behind Ocon. We can see Ocon. Will Ocon come in this lap? There's a chance Ocon might come in this lap. If not, I reckon he'll be in at the end of next lap. So Ricciardo has stopped. So is Gasly, Norris, Lawson, Zhou and Pourchaire. So a few pit stops happening. When was Alonso's strategy? He was due lap 21. So he's got 5 laps. Probably start to push again in a little bit with Alonso. 1.6 to Ocon now. Is he going to come into the pits now? No. So we are probably going to have to get past Ocon on track. The only annoyance is we're going to catch him at a non-DRS point, I'd imagine, as Magson stops behind us. So we might get held up a little bit on this lap because it's going to be hard to find an overtaking spot because we're not going to be able to get it done on this straight or the next. But yeah, the plan is to go to around lap 46 with Ricciardo. And now I think it'd be, once all these stop, I think Ricciardo would be in P3, but of course they're going to have much fresher tyres and they'll be coming at him very quickly. So we might be in the top 3 for a little while. But here we are. We are now with Esteban Ocon. I think Ocon is going to come in at the end of this lap, but he's going to cause us to lose a bit of time here because there's no real overtaking spots until we get back to start-finish straight. We just got to look at that rear wing of the Williams. And his teammate in the sister car, Perez, still in the top 10 at the moment. There we go. This is a problem. We're losing time. Ocon should jump into the bits. If he doesn't, we'll definitely get past him anyway. So just got to get through this next corner. And we should see Ocon peel off into the pits. There he goes. And Ricciardo is released then. So Ocon and Russell either side of Ricciardo jump into the pits. Ricciardo moves up to P12. And it's now 6 seconds to Charles Leclerc. So I'd imagine we're not... Well, he's got 55%. I was going to say we wouldn't reach him until he has to stop. But we may, because some of these are still in the 50% margin. But Bottas should be in at the end of this lap, or maybe the next. If you are jumping into the stream, if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Of course, get involved in the comments. And feel free to talk about the gameplay, or, of course, a real F1. Or pose any questions. At lap 17, Sainz leads, then Tsunoda, then Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Piastri 7 seconds back, and then Alonso 3 seconds back. We've got Albon all over us here. So I think now is the time to have a little bit of a push with Fernando.
Free to push.
Okay.
What year we're in? 2026, so third season. So yeah, Ricciardo should start to gain quite significantly on Leclerc. Just need Alonso to push a bit here. Because Albon's been able to catch us up here as Bottas does indeed stop.
On DRS behind.
Ricciardo's used all his surplus fuel. Might need to use a bit of battery here with Fernando.
Press and hold the overtake.
Copy.
Albon's going to have the DRS again, but we should be comfortable. And then on 2029, nice. What team are you? How's it going in 2029? Must be a few retirements or very old drivers, if not.
Keep the management up.
Audi, very nice indeed. And I got to ride in an IndyCar, so powerful and fun. Good stuff, Ben. So 43%. Yeah, Albon's pushing it. He's doing well. He's got some pace in that Aston Martin. We weren't expecting Albon to be contending with us, so maybe we need to look backwards and not forwards in this race.
Lift off for the fuel.
Ricardo still 4.5 seconds off Leclerc. Sainz pits now. Alonso's got a couple of laps to go before we get Fernando in. I think Sainz should be comfortably out in front of Ricciardo here. Which he will be. So yeah, Ricciardo's not going to be able to jump into the lead, unfortunately. He's now 28 seconds off the lead, actually, so he's lost a bit of time on the leaders. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where Ricciardo feeds out here once everyone's stopped. But Alonso has extended that gap now on Albon. Albon was clearly pushing, and we've now pushed away. We want to be in the next couple of laps, so we probably need to just go aggressive.
Keep on top of the tyres.
Max and Kimi 1-2 in World Drivers' Championship and 300 points clear of P2. Domination. Domination. Lando. Ricciardo. So yeah, let's forward on then. Get Fernando in. As Verstappen stops, so I don't think Ricciardo will be there with him. No, he won't. I just need to...
So focus on cooling the tyres.
Yeah, copy.
Fernando's got Sainz behind him here, who he's holding up. Obviously, we're not fighting Sainz. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to contend for the win in this one. Ben, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Florida Dad, Freedom, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. As Yuki Tsunoda's in the pits and Carlos Sainz trying to get the move done here. He's obviously on fresher tyres, so as I say, we're not fighting him, and away he goes. And Alonso will be in at the end of this lap. Let's get some DRS off Carlos, though.
Full concentration, anything can happen still.
And Fernando is due to go on the hards.
Albon behind.
I've got 2 seconds to Albon.
Behind 2.5.
And Ricciardo, let's get a little bit more heat into the tyres for Danny Rick. I say, let's forward on and get Fernando in. And we'll see where he comes out then. First stop for Fernando. Science has developed a mechanical fault. That's interesting. Will he be slowing up then in this race? Piastri's got a mechanical fault.
This lap, increase management.
Suddenly, cars on the grid are developing faults. So, who knows? If they get worse, there might be an outside chance of a podium. Only 20 laps gone. Here comes Fernando. We had a slow stop for the first stop for Ricciardo. So let's hope the pit crew can keep this around the 2.1 to 2.3 mark. There's the second box in the garage, in the pit lane, sorry. Here we go. That's much better. They do even better than a 2.1. We're under a 2.1. That might be one of our best stops all year. And Alonso, where's he going to feed out? Albon stopped at the same time. It'd be nice to be ahead of a Norris here, but I don't think we're going to be able to manage that. Or are we? We might just about, but he's going to have tyres up to 10.
Nice.
And Ricciardo is past Perez and all of that.
So here we go, heading into turn 1. The
So
gap
Perez yet
opens
to
up for
stop.
them.
And Ricciardo safely through then. DRS, and he'll get the second
And as a
helping to pull
result,
away.
8th place is theirs.
And we've done the second quickest pit stop so far. Quickest and the fastest. We've done both. Ricciardo, right, P8. He's on Leclerc. These are obviously really saving tyres now.
What do you think about the tyres?
We obviously did go for a bit of attack there, didn't we, as well, which has helped us.
Drop the pace now, please.
So Ricciardo is now ahead of Alonso, but Alonso has got fresher tyres. So, of course, Ricciardo was behind Alonso before he jumped into the pits under that virtual. It made sense for Ricciardo to do it and not Alonso, because Alonso was on the mediums going longer. Ricciardo was on softs, so that's why we chose Ricciardo. But Ricciardo needs to get past Leclerc now, and then he'll have free air. Don't think Leclerc is coming into the pitch yet. I think it'll be another lap or two, so Ricciardo's got to get past him. On board then, as we'll get into the slipstream. Not really using too much battery here because we should get it done with a slipstream and DRS. Leclerc is kind of half covering him off, but he's not going to be able to defend that one. Ricciardo on the inside. And as we've been saying, you get the second DRS here to help pull away. And there goes Danny Rick then up to P7.
Next car, Hamilton.
Not due to stop now till lap 41. And Alonso is now lap 50. So another 27 laps until they're due in again. Or Alonso due in again, at least. And Alonso is now 8 seconds behind his teammates, so he's got work to do. At the moment, it is advantage to Daniel Ricciardo. Who's yet to stop then? Hulkenberg, Piastri and Hamilton. And Ricciardo will be jumping all of those. So Ricciardo should be P4, but of course those yet to stop will be coming at him very quickly from behind. John Strack, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, if you are in the chat, let me know what your favourite livery for 2025 is from those that we saw this week. Yuki Tsunoda sets the fastest lap. Piastri in the pits. Oh, that's what we wanted to look at, wasn't it? These issues. So Piastri has got a gearbox issue. Sainz has got an engine issue. That might slow him down. Not at the moment. He still leads. How far? Piastri does jump Alonso. And Alonso's got Norris all over him. Forces Alonso out wide. Norris out wide, sorry. Lando had Norris all over him.
Have stabilised now for the moment.
Copy.
So yeah, Norris very much in the DRS of Alonso, and we just caught the tail end of that battle, but it looks like Alonso forced Lando out wide there. Lando, 63% tyres, so I don't think we'll be at risk from Lando here. Rodney, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. But we are in a bit of a McLaren sandwich. But Piastri, gearbox issue, Sainz engine issue.
Copy.
Doesn't seem to be causing Sainz too much issues at the moment. David Evans, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. So we've got to hope Sainz and Piastri's issues get worse. And as I say, we might have a sneaky outside chance of a podium then. But we're going to be under serious threat here from Lando.
Press and hold the overtake.
We've got Bottas and Albon. These guys really pushing at this phase. They are going to have to box a lot earlier than ourselves. So we're just using a bit of battery. Is Lando going to try and make the move? Alonso's trying to cover him off. Lando, is he going to send it on the inside? He's looking to do it, and he'll get DRS to pull away. Same time, we get a yellow flag. Alonso dumping a lot of battery. Someone's had a spin, and Alonso stays
Okay, now we have a
in
yellow.
P10. That's Liam Lawson. Our old driver in this series drove for us last year in our second season, and he has had a Spinalowski there.
guys.
So Alonso's 2.4 back on Piastri, and he's got company behind him. Norris, Bottas, Albon, all in the DRS, all pushing. Albon boxed the same lap as Alonso, but he has put on some softs, so that's why he's a lot quicker. Norris and Bottas use a lot more tyre life, so I think we'll be in a better place than them later on in the race. For the moment, they're looking pretty pacey. As Hulkenberg pits now. Hamilton's still yet to pit. As Piastri's going for the move on Perez. And we'll use a bit more battery life once we come out of here. And Ricciardo should be past Hulkenberg here, I think.
Okay.
Not by much, though. If at all. Maybe not. Just behind him, I think. Yeah, just going to be behind him. As Piastri making that move then on Perez. Did we have DRS there? That would be very helpful. We did indeed. And Perez is out wide. And Alonso might sneak through there. I think he is indeed. Good work from Fernando. And he can place Perez between himself and Norris. It's a little bit of a buffer. And try and hang on to the tail of Piastri, who is now on to Leclerc. And Leclerc should be in at the end of this lap.
So you are P9 at the moment.
So Alonso into P9. Piastri ahead, who's got that gearbox issue. But he looks to be pretty pacey at the moment. He's just being held up by Leclerc at the moment. And then we'll be 5 seconds behind our teammates. So we should be closing that gap to Ricciardo, because we're on a bit of a different strategy. Both due to finish on the mediums. But Alonso will have fresher tyres at the end. Who's yet to stop? Hamilton and Leclerc. 2 Ferraris yet to stop. As Piastri trying to move through. And one of those for... Oh!
Leclerc spun.
He spun. He's held us up massively there. Did we get any damage there? No, we didn't. Oh, Leclerc. Here with Piastri. No contact. Just lights up the rears.
After this, I'm sure.
Alonso gets on the brakes. No damage. But he held us up massively there. And Piastri is going to have a massive gap, I'd imagine.
Did just get DRS.
Fire, hey buddy, how's it going? Yeah, Piastri just got a 5-second gap on us there. What an absolute nightmare. Charles put us completely in the mud there. And we've got to try and push away from those behind us.
Straight to lift off.
Just going to go on attack here whilst Norris is behind Perez. But that's giving Piastri...
You are free to push.
Massive breathing room. And we're now 10 seconds behind our teammates. So... yeah, not great from Charles there. They are now 14th and 16th, respectively, the Ferraris. So how's Ricciardo doing? So P5, let's say, is P7 before we jumped in under that virtual. Also, lol Ferrari indeed. Sainz leads by 3 seconds, although he is on the softs and he'll be coming in a lot earlier than Verstappen. And is that issue going to get worse for him? Cause him issues later in the race. Verstappen second, Tsunoda third. Verstappen looking pretty good as on the hards. I'd say Verstappen and Tsunoda are looking pretty good at the moment. Piastri 5 seconds behind Ricciardo. on the softs though, so he'll probably be closing that pretty quickly. Norris is finally past Perez. Someone spin at the back there, or... No, someone locked up. We heard some braking. It was Ocon.
Copy.
Heard something there in the background.
Heading into turn 1 here.
We were watching this fight, but Ocon in the other Williams.
And the car fails to respond. But that's just the risk.
Locks it up. So Alonso has been able to pull a 4-second gap on Norris. Norris now down to 46% on his tyres, so pretty comfortable on that. Lap 50 we've got to get to.
Don't destroy the tyres too quickly.
Okay, copy.
That's Danny Rick looking. He's looking pretty good. So lap 29 of 70. Ricciardo not you in till lap 46. As I say, Alonso lap 50. And we've got Piastri in between us, but Piastri on the soft. So he should be closing on Ricciardo. So let's just forward on. If you watch us regularly, you know we don't forward too much the action. If you're a newbie, then we do watch all of the action. But where we have the downtime, as we've got now, then we'll forward on. Just until we get to the next round of pit stops, or Piastri close up to Ricciardo, which I think is more likely. Piastri should be with us in a couple of laps. He's on softs, Ricciardo's on hard, and he's managing those hard tyres. As we see, Piastri now within 2.6 of Ricciardo. Another yellow flag. Is that Hamilton? That's Ocon with another lockup. And he's had to pit. He's absolutely rinsed his tyres. And he's on hards. That's a very early second stop. Ocon obliterating his tyres. Another lockup. And he's had to stop as... no, it's Perez, sorry. It's not Ocon. But he is down to 40%, so Ocon will have to stop soon. So not going well there for the Williams. So Piastri within 2 seconds of Ricciardo. So as you say, he will be with us shortly. I'll just see if Ricciardo can do anything. I'm not going to defend it because we're on different strategies. But if we can just stay within the DRS as Pocher in front of us pits. Let's just try and get a bit of tyre life in here. As Hulkenberg's got a fault now as well.
We'll work on tyres.
So 3 of what will be the top 5 have got faults. There is an outside chance here of a podium. Right, Piastri's going to get the second helping of DRS here. His tyre's now down to 77%, so he is working through those softs quite quickly. Here he comes on the inside, though. He's going to have much better grip. Can we stay with him here? It's going to be hard to do across the rest of this lap, but let's try. I think it's going to be very difficult to do. Alonso's now 6 seconds off his teammate, but he should be closing that as well. So I think it's still going to be pretty close between our two drivers towards the end. But how far can we get? Because we've now got 3 of the top 5 with issues, and if they start going backwards, that could certainly open up a podium for us. As I say, we shouldn't be getting a podium today on merit. The RB, the Red Bull, and McLaren all quicker than us. We're probably the 4th quickest car at the moment until we get to post-summer break. And Ricciardo's got his tyres back up to temp. So we'll probably get DRS off this next straight, and then we'll have to come back off these tyres and relax a little bit. And Piastri will probably be out of sight by that point, but that's fine. So we're on a different strategy. What is Piastri's issue? It was gearbox, wasn't it? It's Hulkenberg's issue that we're not aware of. We'll have a look at that. Let's just see if Ricciardo's going to try and make a move on him. Has a look. He's still there, but a little bit sluggish on traction coming out there. We'll get DRS, but I don't think we'll be close enough to make a move. Has a half look there. Yeah, so Hulkenberg. Where are you, Hulkenberg? Hulkenberg's got an ERS issue. If that continues, he could be very slow. Piastri, as we said, gearbox. And Sainz has got an engine issue. So let's see if they start to go backwards. At the minute, not affecting Piastri, Hulkenberg, or Sainz. So we probably need to get those a little bit more significant. As Ocon does have to stop due to his couple of lockups. And there we go. Piastri is getting off down the road. So Sainz is now in for his second stop. But Ricciardo is way too far back on him, 30 seconds. So he's going to be... It's a clean stop as well. So will he be out in front of Hulkenberg here? Going to be tight. getting up to speed now is Sainz. There's Hulkenberg. He's going to be very close. No, Sainz clears him then. So Sainz goes on hard and he's probably going to the end, but he has got to do 37 laps on them. They can easily do it. Norris pits as well. But yeah, if he has any lockups or issues, as Piastri's fault is getting worse.
The vibration's quite bad now.
So he's having real issues with the gearbox. So if Piastri drops the pace, that could be P5 for Ricciardo. And then we're looking for Hulkenberg and Sainz's issues to get worse. And as I say, outside chance of a podium then. So who's into the pits next? Not for a while, the top out of this top 5. Sainz has just stopped as we saw. The others not for a while now. Bottas is right on Alonso. That's it's coming towards the end of his stint though, so
Come on, mate.
let's just give Alonso a bit of attacking here. If you're jumping in the stream, you like what you see, please do smash that like button. It only takes a couple of seconds, really does help me out, and super appreciated. And I hope you're all doing well this Friday. Another weekend is here. Very much looking forward to it. As I say, not far away from Formula 1 action, real action on track. Alonso has just pushed out the DRS of Bottas. And we've got a back marker in front of us. Is that Lawson? It is Liam Lawson, our old teammate. Hopefully he's not going to sabotage us here. Not really getting out of the way too kindly though, but Alonso is through. And he can go back to standing now, covered off that threat from
Let's try to get the
Bottas.
deck down on this set.
Copy.
So nearly half race distance, and at the moment we're in 6th and 7th. We're feeling pretty confident that's where we can finish as a minimum. And it's whether anything happens ahead of us that we can take advantage of. So we're pretty confident we can finish 6th and 7th where we are now. Let's say Piastri, Hulkenberg and Sainz all got issues. And Sainz has got to manage those tyres till the end, but he's got a massive margin on Ricciardo and Alonso, especially when we stop. So we are going to need those issues to get worse. Got a bit of fuel to play with Ricciardo. Alonso still 1.9,
We
so
don't need lift off.
let's try forward on. To this pit stop, which is lap 46, unless something happens in between that. Bottas still 2.2 behind. Alonso is nearly with Danny Rick's DRS though. He's got that tyre advantage. And Jaden, what lap are you on? We're on lap 36 of 70. As Bottas does pit. If you go full screen or pinch the screen, you should see it in full screen. The lap should show in the top left of the screen. But here we go.
So
Alonso
car behind is Hamilton.
is all over his teammate, and Alonso
2.9.
should be able to get this done here.
Focus on the race ahead.
He's got much better tyre life.
Keep up the lift off. You're doing a very good job.
And I actually think we want to ask Danny Rick not to fight this because it's just going to hold Alonso up at this stage. So Ricciardo is going to wave on by Alonso, and there we go. We make the swap. It makes sense. Alonso's going much quicker at this phase of the Grand Prix, so Ricciardo moves on by. And Alonso is released then. He's 7.8 behind Piastri. But Piastri not exactly going backwards. As Zhou now stops. So who are we? And we can actually turn this. We did turn that back off just in case. Hamilton's in the picture there, but again, he's going to have to stop. Are those Ferraris going to be fighting us?
And what's that? A pit stop issue.
Those Ferraris might be fighting us here. And Almod's back in the picture as well. But I'm just thinking Hamilton. Hamilton is looking pretty good. We might have to do a bit of defending here with Ricciardo.
Overtake available.
Okay, gotcha.
That 46 got another 7 laps. But yeah, Hamilton has come out of nowhere here, really. So maybe we're being a bit cocky saying 6th and 7th is secured. Slick Death, thanks for the follow. James, let them use Barry for a bit. Yeah, we'll just put Ricciardo on some deployment. What's his tyre preservation like?
Overtake is available. Overtake available.
Get a bit of temperature in these tyres. But
Copy.
Lewis Hamilton showing some really good pace here.
And you can pick up the pace.
And Ricciardo, I think, is going to be under threat here, although he's used quite a bit of battery there. But Lewis is gaining. Is he going to have a look? He is going to have a look. He's going to have a send as well, and he's going to get that DRS. So Lewis Hamilton is through. Let's try and stick with him, though. Ricciardo using the battery. Even without DRS, we're staying with Lewis, but Lewis is going to go the long way round. He'll get the inside for the right-hander, and Lewis gets it done, or does he? Ricciardo trying to stay with him. Can't quite stay with him there. Hamilton definitely pushing. Sainz's fault has got worse, so this is good for Alonso potentially. 6.8 now, Alonso. Alonso kind of matching the leaders.
Feedback on tires.
The last 2 laps, I got quite a lot of vibration, but I'm not sure if it's tyre or brakes.
Ricciardo nearly into the back of Lewis there.
Copy.
Lewis was definitely pushing.
Keep your head down.
And we're now going to get DRS
Need to drop the pace.
on Lewis.
Understood.
Try and reclaim P7 then.
On the battery.
Copy.
So focus on charging the battery.
And Ricciardo pulls out of that nearly into the rear of Lewis.
Recharge on.
Okay.
We're going to be too far back here. Ricciardo has a look, but nothing doing. And Lewis is taking nearly double the percentage out of his tyres than Ricciardo. So we should be able to get back past him in a moment, and he's going to have to pit before Ricciardo. Lap 46, so we're 5 laps away with Ricciardo. And we are lap 50 with Alonso here. So Verstappen leads, Tsunoda P2. Verstappen again looking pretty good. He's won the last few, I think, now. Verstappen, he's on a real charge.
No concern on tire wear.
Alonso 6.5. He's definitely gaining on Piastri, and there we see it. Alonso has got good pace at the moment. And Piastri and Hulkenberg will have to pit before him. Did we just lose the DRS then? No, we just about held on to it.
So currently P8.
Hamilton will be pushing then. This is going to be Hamilton's in-lap, I'd imagine, here.
Hamilton 1.2.
Well, actually, no, 45%. It's not going to be his in-lap at all. He's just pushed away there for a little while.
3 seconds.
And that's a back marker on our tail there. So not in this race. Not in this fight, at least. Alonso 6.3 off Piastri. He's got 2.2 for Hamilton. But Hamilton does look like he's going to be a problem for us here. You're on 43%. Yeah, Ricciardo 42%. Hamilton 43%. But that should cross over shortly. I think we're starting to see it now, so we should be at the crossover point. There we go, we're now at 42%, so is Hamilton. And he should now dip under our tyre wear, so hopefully Ricciardo can move back past Lewis now. And this is a chance to build a little bit of a gap before Lewis pits. Lewis will be in the next 3 laps or so, I'd imagine. So Ricciardo needs to get back past him here and build a little bit of a gap to safeguard against the undercut. Here we go. DRS assists us. Lewis covers off the inside. That back marker's trying to get involved. We're round the outside. That's going to be a long way round there. But can we use this second helmet of DRS? Yeah, and we look too far back. We'll have to use a bit of battery out of that final corner next time around. Lewis down to 40%. We're now down 40%. Not got much tyre life ourselves to play
Manage
with.
your tires.
Yep.
But Alonso just kicking along quite nicely. Get him to go for another little
You can
push.
cancel or reduce lift off where possible.
Copy.
On click overtake, please.
Who's this back marker? Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi's loving it. He's just staying with us. Alonso is now within 6 seconds of Piastri. So that's slowly coming down that gap. Piastri is going to be in for some new tyres shortly, and he's probably very quick after that. We've dropped out the DRS here of Lewis. Lewis just looking much pacier than us at the moment. Yeah, we've dropped out and we've used a lot of battery.
We will be ready.
Yep.
So this is going to be a fight with Lewis, that's for sure. And the back marker's trying to unlap himself. That's very embarrassing for us. He's got DRS on us and he's going to unlap himself, this Fittipaldi. And all of this is losing us time on Lewis. So not good for us. As Fittipaldi's unlapped himself. But yeah, Lewis is just showing good pace. There's nothing we can do about that, really. Ricciardo obviously stopped very early. He's been on these tyres now for a long time. And we do really need to get to lap 46. If not, we'll have to manage the next set of tyres as well.
Just think about the lift off.
Copy.
Right, what the lead is saying, who we're expecting in. So Piastri's getting close, Hülkenberg's close, Hamilton's close, Tsunoda's close. There's going to be a few pit stops shortly. Going to be a few pit stops happening shortly. As Magson's got a mechanical fault. Ricciardo, 2 more laps to go. If we can make it. We might have to go 1 lap early here. Tsunoda into the pits now. We've got Bottas. Hamilton's in the pits. We've got Bottas all over us now. Not going well for us at this phase. That's for sure. As Bottas is going to make his way past us. We are just very, very slow at the moment. Bottas will get the second helmet of DRS. We're out wide. Oh dear, Ricciardo. Dupin, hello. Callie, you're live. Must mean it's Friday. Lost count of days. Yep. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Apple users, this from 2024. Yes, this is F1 Manager 24.
Okay, keep it clean. Focus on the pace.
Hamilton's back out. What's he gone on to?
So
he's on the mediums.
A little while behind.
Need to bring Ricciardo in. I think you're right. I think you're right. You're not lying. Let's get him in. Because he is very much off the pace now.
We focus on the car ahead now.
Jaden, thanks for the follow.
Box.
Much appreciated. Thanks for the gift, stupid. Much appreciated, buddy.
Easy on the tyres.
Right, Hülkenberg's in as well.
Copy.
And Ricciardo's going to come in at the end of this lap. And then we'll be going to the end then. There's Piastri as well. Just see if Piastri has a clean stop. We need these issues to get worse, and we need a slow stop from McLaren, but no, it's nice and clean. What does our pit crew do then? Ricciardo had a slow one his first stop. 2.5, that's not great, but that will do.
Reminder, throttle on pit exit.
Jaden pit Alonso next. Alonso's got to get a little bit further, but he's not too far away. Another couple of laps. Noob game, what's good? Yes, all good, buddy. Hope you're well. You viewed, hello, buddy. How's it going?
And the gap 3.1.
Right, Ricciardo then is out in P12, and he's 5 seconds behind Lewis, though. So that's
Hamilton 5 in front.
that's the damage there. He's got a couple % tyre advantage.
Behind us.
As Verstappen pits now. Alonso, we've got to try and get to lap 50.
Let's go for it.
And we are nearly there.
Okay.
Bottas is flying though. He's nearly on Alonso here. What is Bottas up to? Bottas has stopped twice. Bottas is surely going to be as slow at the end though. Because, yeah, Bottas is not getting those tyres another 23 laps. Is he? No, he's not. He's not. He's definitely not. I start to stretch Alonso longer than lap 50. I don't know though, because I feel we need to cover off Hamilton. Bottas is absolutely flying. This Merc, we've not seen a quick Merc all year, but he's got the fastest lap and he's absolutely flying at the moment. Pit loss is 21. What is it? 20. Call it 22 seconds.
Okay.
So Alonso 57. So it'd already be 3 seconds behind Hamilton, Alonso. So not great, but yeah, Bottas absolutely flying.
You did good time management.
It's been challenging. Girlfriend is not well, like badly ill. Could be better, but myself I'm best. Sorry to hear that you viewed. Hope that improves, buddy. This pre-season for F1, something like that. Something like that.
Only just on DRS.
Right, here comes Bottas then. He is absolutely flying, so there's not much we can do about this. We've not got too much battery to play with. I'm just hoping he's going to try and go to the end and absolutely obliterate these tyres. 55, he's not going to get them to the end, so yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Gap 11.2.
Give him fresher tyres, allow him to push harder. Yeah, I just don't want him to be too far back though. He's going to have fresher tyres anyway. Look, he's got 8% already on... he's going to have at least... He'll have 11% on Hamilton, 8% on Ricciardo. In the time he stops lap 50, he'll have a good 10% margin. So I think he will be able to push a little bit more. Right, Ricciardo, 4.8 behind Hamilton then. So Hamilton, that second stint really worked for him.
Tires are in a good place.
Okay.
Verstappen sets a fast lap of the race. Sainz is going to stop again as well, isn't he? I don't think Sainz is getting them. He's not getting them to the end either. So Sainz is going to stop again. Well, Alonso is 36 seconds off the pace. These issues they've got are just really not hampering them. Piastri, we've still got a chance of Piastri. P5, we might have a possibility of P5. But I think Piastri is still going to be a good 12 seconds up the road, isn't he? 14 seconds. Albon's got an issue now as well. Is any of these... Albon's going to the end as well. We've got to catch Hamilton and Albon, who's now got an issue. Ricciardo has got work to do there. Alright, Alonso, let's push him in then.
We need solid pace.
Okay.
Let's get Fernando in. Next lap. Yeah, Bottas has found a rocket ship there. No, softs won't quite work. Just going to see if the softs were an option for Fernando, but they won't be. Right, let's get Fernando in then. Right, we've got some work to do here now. Hamilton and Albon have, yeah, had really good middle stints. It's caught us a bit unaware, to be fair. Right, here comes Fernando, though. Hopefully, a nice, clean stop. He had a good stop first time round. Ricciardo's had a couple of poor ones. At 2.2, they're liking Fernando down in the garage today, but not so much Ricciardo.
We'll be close at 2 seconds. We will be close.
So Albon and Hamilton are going to be past us here. And he is going to be behind his teammate Ricciardo. And there we go. There we see it.
P10.
So P10 for Fernando.
Gap is at 2.
Let's just get his tyres in the window.
So car behind is now Leclerc.
It won't be 100% as a heart problem, but thanks,
7.5.
man. I'm sorry to hear that you viewed. Set Danny to let him pass. Yeah, James, we'll just wait until he gets a bit closer. But yeah, we definitely will because the tyre offset's too much, so Ricciardo will just be holding him up. So let's get him closer, and then we'll get that move done. Albon and Hamilton are fighting, which has allowed Ricciardo to get close to Hamilton here.
Currently P10.
Jaden, what else are you streaming on? We're on most platforms. So we're on TikTok, Twitch,
Leclerc.
and YouTube. Most of our content is on YouTube, to be fair,
6.5.
episodes and streams. So yeah, if you want to watch rather than on TikTok, then head over to TikTok or YouTube.
Tyres are in
In
good
my profile here on
Copy
TikTok, in my bio, you'll find the YouTube link. So we are live there right now as well. So yeah, head over to there, subscribe, and get involved.
.4. Come on, mate.
So we've got 18 laps to go, including this one. Ricciardo has joined this battle.
Look after the inter.
So Albon's 71%, but he's on the hards. We've got a little bit of a tyre advantage on Hamilton. Piastri's 7 seconds up the road. Are we going quicker? Is
We have
Piastri
Hamilton ahead.
potentially a little bit?
Okay, head down, no problem.
And what is Bottas saying? Bottas has got to stop though, hasn't he? Hulkenberg's fault's got worse, but he's a long way up the road. Ricciardo, DRS on Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's just lost DRS to Albon, I believe, here.
Overtake available.
Yes, no DRS for Lewis Hamilton.
Yep, understood.
Can Ricciardo send one? He's thinking about it. He's not just thinking about it, he has sent it. And Hamilton nearly out wide there. Ricciardo through on Lewis then. And Alonso, we want to get him a little bit more involved than that.
Nice.
And here we go. I thought it was going to be a little bit too far back from Danny Rick, but here we go, on board. Oh yes, saw the room. And he sent it. Latest of the late breakers, Danny Rick.
Alrighty. Nice.
And he is through into P8.
In front of you, Albon.
I say, if you're jumping in the stream, you like what you see, do smash that like button. Really does help me out. And Danny Rick is now on the back of Alex Albon.
You're right now.
I like to think it's going to be an easier move on Albon on those hard tyres. Alonso, let's just give you a little bit of deployment. Let's make sure you're in that DRS on the next straight.
Okay.
And he will be. Hamilton, it's going to be a DRS train here, so what I might do is just
Is Hamilton.
save a bit of battery.
0.8.
Right, here we go, Ricciardo again.
We head down.
Albon got DRS off a back marker. But we're still gaining,
Copy.
But Albon again will get DRS because there's only one detection. We're going to go around the outside this time though. Will we get better traction? As I say, Albon does have DRS, but it doesn't matter. Danny Rick is through then.
Good job.
And we move up then past both Hamilton and Albon. And now let's try and push on and break the DRS to them and just manage that gap, I think. Nice move on the outside. Good traction. I say both had DRS, but it didn't matter in the end. And we haven't got too much tyre life to play with or battery, but let's go with what we've
Stop the
got.
lift off, please.
But Alonso, we did manage to get a little bit of battery life back there. And the only reason I did that was because we were in a DRS train, so it would have been hard to make the move.
Fit back on tires when you can.
Albon trying to stay with Ricciardo here. We need to push that DRS gap. 7 seconds to Piastri. Bottas is going to have to stop. He'll be 20 seconds back. He'll probably be quick, Bottas, but will he be quick enough to reach us in 14 laps? I don't think he will. We'll see. And Bottas is now into the pits. All right, Alonso, this should be easy work on Lewis.
Keep trying.
Lewis doesn't look as quick on this stint as he was in that medium stint on those softs. And Magson's had to retire from P17. No DRS for Lewis. He's trying to cover off the inside. Alonso has a look at the inside, but switches to the outside then. Just like Danny Rick a moment ago on Albon, Alonso is trying that outside, and he's going to get the DRS, which is going to help him make that move then on his old teammate and nemesis, Lewis Hamilton. So Alonso up to P8. Ricciardo's pulled a hell of a gap here.
You're looking good at the moment.
Next car ahead is Alex. We have to protect those tires.
Fernando's got 12% margin of tyres on his teammate. Sainz is making that final stop now. He's got a hell of a margin.
Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Alonso all over Albon. Albon's really struggling now. Ricciardo's pulled 5 seconds. Albon has just dropped off a cliff here. I don't know if that's an issue he's got. Ricciardo only 4.8 off Piastri, so 5th might be possible here. But Alonso, if he wants to challenge his teammate Ricciardo, he needs to get past Albon here.
0.4. Okay, crack on.
As this is killing Alonso's race now. He's 5 seconds behind Ricciardo. He was a couple of seconds behind a moment ago. But again, this should be pretty easy work now. DRS open again. Albon covers off the inside like Lewis did. But Alonso again is going to take that outside route, which he's favouring today around there. And again, he's going to get the job done. Pulls away with DRS.
All your tyres.
Lewis stays behind Albon. So hopefully, again, we can do what Ricciardo done and just pull that gap now. So it's Ricciardo P6, Alonso P7. That's what we're hoping to secure as a minimum. Whether we can get to Piastri now. Alonso's good tyre life. So if he gets to Ricciardo, and we'll be asking Ricciardo to move over, which we'll do now anyway, just in case once he gets there. Well, we've got 13 laps to go. No one else has got to stop, have they? Yeah, Piastri's 15 seconds, so even if Sainz and Hülkenberg, they're 15 seconds further up the road, so they'd essentially have to retire to give us a chance at a podium, because they're not going to drop off that much pace now. But I don't think they're going to retire. I think they're going to get those cars to the end. Just settle those tyres down a bit.
Okay.
Right, 2.7 off Ricciardo. Let's push on a bit. %66% on Ricciardo. 65. What's Hamilton? 68. Ricciardo's nearly... Well, he's closing the gap to Piastri. Ten laps to go here. He's got to manage his tyre life a little bit. That should be alright for Fernando. And he's nearly on Danny Rick here. They're within 3.6, so Piastri is, I think, although they just set at 18.2, but Alonso going a lot quicker. But Piastri, I think Piastri could certainly be caught by Alonso here. So Piastri is certainly struggling with that issue. So P5 is within reach. I think anything beyond that is just going to be impossible unless Hülkenberg ERS issue down to 25% or Sainz engine 26%. Unless that blows, that engine, then 5th looks like to be the maximum today.
Look after the tyres.
Bottas is back.
Copy.
Bottas is back. That Mercedes is flying in Bottas' hands. 2.8 seconds, 2.9. 73% softs. He's going to be attacking on those. There he is. Tell Danny to push for the last 5 laps yet. We'll monitor it. We haven't got too much to play with, so we'll have to be mindful of it. But Bottas is going to be coming at us here, so... right, Ricciardo gets out of the way. Just want him to attack quickly there and stay with Fernando.
Let's try to get him.
Because he's going to leave himself a little bit vulnerable there to Bottas.
Overtake available.
Understood.
Increase liftoff as well, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bottas 2.5 behind Ricciardo. So I hope Bottas burns out his tyres, but I don't think he will. Bottas looking really good again at the end here.
Car ahead is Piastri.
Right, Alonso 3.2, 3 seconds off Piastri. We've got
0.8.
Ricciardo. Back to Alonso. Hopefully Ricciardo can keep the DRS on his teammate.
Understood.
We should get some DRS off Teo Pourchaire here as well, which is going to help us. Piastri's got no traffic. We shouldn't have any traffic till the end of the race now, unless we catch Ocon, but I don't know if we will in that time. Both Ricciardo and Alonso get DRS there. It's now 2.8 to Oscar Piastri. Bottas 3.5 behind, so that gap's extended a little bit, so maybe he was pushing on battery as well.
Has DRS.
Right, let's push on. We're getting close to Piastri. This looks like we can get 5th, but is Bottas going to come back at us here? There is Oscar Piastri. Ricciardo has been pushing on his tyres. He's got down to 50%. Piastri on 51. Alonso's got good tyre life. So if Alonso gets clear of Piastri here, we'll go on a bit of attack, break the DRS, and then hopefully bring home the cars here. There we go, Ricciardo benefiting from the DRS. Alonso is the quicker driver here, but it's just because Danny Rick's benefiting from that DRS.
1.1.
There we go, we're just under a second to Piastri, so if we can stay within that now across this lap, we will get DRS on the next lap, on that start-finish straight. Alonso got to try and stay with him here. And start using a bit of battery to do that. Bottas has dropped back now, 4 seconds, 67%, so we might be able to cover him off, but we'll see. If he goes for another push, that might be difficult. That does look like Sainz and Hülkenberg going to get those cars to the end. Tsunoda and Verstappen dominating this race. Top 2 are 30 seconds clear. That's worrying for us. Although we've got upgrades to do. And Alonso hasn't quite managed to get into the DRS of Oscar there. So I think Oscar is sensing he's there and he's started to push as well. And he's just going to survive.
Gap 1.3.
We've just...
Stay focused.
Ricciardo's just lost the DRS on his teammate there.
Good to push up.
I really can't push Ricciardo too much because can't have his tyres dying at the end. Bottas. I am worried about Bottas on Ricciardo, not so much Alonso.
Some degradation.
Yellow flag. Sainz. Sainz is out. Oh, you beauty, Sainz. We love you, Carlos.
Okay.
Sainz has binned it.
Dash +1.
Copy.
And that's going to help Danny Rick's tyres out, getting to the end. What has Carlos done? Oh, Carlos Sainz has well and truly lost it. Dark Phoenix, nice recreation of Lotus. How's the season going? Darkness has arrived. All good, buddy? Yeah, it's going well. Hope you're well. Hulk podium. He's on for a podium. But if Hülkenberg retires now, as we get another replay of Sainz's trip out to the barrier, Carlos Sainz out of the race. And it's a virtual, which is good for us because a full safety car would have brought Bottas majorly into play there on those softs. He would have been looking very good. So the virtual works very well for us. Just neutralises the race.
So just watch out for any debris here.
So we can get Piastri here. Does Hülkenberg want to retire here? It's just an ERS issue, so it won't retire. So we could get P4 here. We could get P4 and P5, or it could be a P4 and P7. Let's wait and see.
So currently P5.
I was wondering how Tsunoda was on P1. That's insane. I wish it happened in real life for him. He deserves it. B-carb. Yeah, the RBs this year, we're in 2026, so in the third season, the three quickest cars are RB, Red Bull and McLaren at the moment. Right, let's get this virtual to end. What, we're going to have 3 or 4 laps left, I think. Don't quite know where we're at the minute. Yeah, 3 or 4 laps, hopefully, by the time this gets back underway.
VSC ending.
We're about to go green flag then. Alonso
Claim as quick as we can.
is on Piastri. Piastri got 5%.
DRS enabled.
DRS enabled straight away, of course, being a virtual.
Come on, mate.
I remade Marlboro in my playthrough. Lovely, good stuff. Very historic. Right, come on then, Fernando.
Gap 0.8. Focus on the race ahead.
NSLG. I currently play Toyota in 2025. Alonso was champ with Toyota. Came third in the championship. Good stuff, good stuff. Mick can work then. Right, here we go then. Alonso is on Piastri. He has got DRS. Bottas is within 2 seconds of Ricciardo though, so that is very worrying.
4 more laps.
But here comes Fernando Alonso on Oscar Piastri. Are we going to be too far back there? We are, but we're going to get a second helping then. But it's not going to be enough, so we have to keep pushing on. Can we attack the whole way? I think we can. Wet soon. Wet soon. You worried me there. There's no wets. Now I'm down. No. I saw that and looked at the weather straight away. I was worried. Right, Alonso is really pushing. Bottas, we kind of need Ricciardo to get to these two to get a bit of a DRS train to Bottas here. Alonso's getting frustrated, but he should get this done, I think. Fernando's really hustling at Oscar Piastri here. We'll have 2 laps to go then as Tsunoda crosses the start-finish line. Well, he's already crossed, so we've still got 3 laps, sorry, so that's fine. So we're going to have 3 laps when we now cross the line. And we're much closer this time round to Oscar Piastri. Here we go. Fernando Alonso, as he's been doing, looks at the inside, jukes to the outside. He's been liking it round here all day. And he's going to do it again. Fernando Alonso asks Oscar Piastri then into P4. And now it's time to try and pull away.
Let's go.
Ricciardo, I don't think we're going to get those tyres to the end like that. Ricciardo has slipped through on Oscar Piastri there, though.
Gap 12.6.
That is very good. We need Alonso.
Drop the pace now, please.
I think we need Alonso
Okay, gotcha.
to allow Ricciardo.
So just focus on bringing the tyre temperatures down.
We need a bit of team assistance here. We need Alonso to give Ricciardo DRS. Come on, Ricciardo. You need to get to him.
We need to push.
Cool the tyres.
Come on, Danny Rick. Get to him. Get to him.
Copy.
And recharge on. Positive on dash. Recharge on.
Okay.
Trying to do everything we can to give Ricciardo DRS here.
Prep ourselves for a push.
Right, and we have. Danny Rick will have DRS.
Okay, recharge off.
Copy.
If Bottas gets Piastri, though, I think we're going to be in big trouble from Bottas here. Come on, Piastri, do everything you can here. I don't think he can do much, though. Piastri, Bottas is through, 44%. He's on softs.
Okay.
Right, come on. We're going to have to work as a team here to defend against Valtteri Bottas. 1 point behind for Sam because Hamilton ran out of fuel 2 meters from the line. I lost a lot of positions in the championship for this. Dark Venus, yeah, but struggling on season 1 since I took back of the grid kind of play set. Yeah, that's the problem. That's what we did with this first season. You do money is an issue in that first year. It's a struggle, but it becomes good. Right, this is going to be the final lap. Once we start it. Alonso, don't pull away too much here.
Bring your throttle lift earlier.
Should be fine, should be fine.
You can reduce management.
We're going to have to...
Press and hold the overtake.
Danny Rick should have DRS on his teammate. He's got the battery. His tyre's about to drop off the cliff, though. Bottas has got DRS as well. This can be hard to defend.
That'll be the final lap coming up.
Oh, that toe is helping massively. The teammate is working together, and that has worked a treat there. And again, we're down to 30% tyre life. Bottas has not been able to make it work because we're working as a team. We gave Danny Rick the DRS. It's not really to protect Alonso because Alonso had the pace.
It's Tsunoda.
As Yuki wins it, but we're trying to protect Danny Rick from Bottas here. And Bottas is still pushing. Is he going to be able to make a move here? He's got better tyre life. We are really struggling with Danny Rick.
Behind you is Bottas.
Bottas is going to try and make a move anywhere he can here. Danny Rick will still get this toe from Alonso.
Okay, we keep focusing.
We'll bring it right down for Alonso just to give him as much toe as we can. Bottas really trying.
And keep an eye on the battery.
But I don't think he's going to be able to make anything work here.
Double the lift off for the moment.
Ricciardo's got no battery here, though. This is going to be a struggle to the line. Bottas might have us on the line here. It is a short line. It comes up pretty early, though. Alonso is going to finish P4. Bottas has got the DRS. Ricciardo covers him off.
Okay, that's a
and it is going to be P4 for Fernando Alonso. And it's going to be P5 for Danny Rick then. Alonso
Well executed.
helping his teammate. Well executed is what it is, Fernando.
Okay,
Fernando
that's that.
helping out Danny Rick at the end there, giving him the DRS
Plenty of pickup on the
to
way.
protect him against the charging fin of Valtteri Bottas, who was flying again at the end there. As I say, Alonso gave Ricciardo DRS, and that helped him to defend.
Now, didn't Fernando Alonso look really
I hate the
great
fact the
out
AI
there
just
today?
run out of fuel sometimes behind the line and cause a red flag. Danny has to push. Hulk podium. Yeah, Hulk got a podium. Tsunoda gets the win.
It's hugs all round for the team.
Danny
In fact,
has to
they all deserve
push.
a pat on the back as well for everything that they've achieved.
That's what I want to feel, the progression. That's a grind. Yeah, the first season when you start on the lowest settings is a bit of a grind. It's hard to stay motivated because you're fighting for the lower positions, hard to get any points. But as I say, it does come good in that second season. But there we go. Yuki wins another race. And RB get a double podium. Red Bull family happy again.
They'll be leaving Budapest
As they
hungry
are
for more.
on the podium. They dominate Red Bull and RB here today. Let's see what's happened in the championship then. So if you've jumped in for this first time here today, we started this season with a dominant car, but the AI have caught up,
Well, Karun,
and
how do you
they're
think
now
they'll be
coming at
feeling in the
us
team garage?
in this final third of the season. So let's see. Was that Hulk's first podium? No, he did. He's obviously in real life not achieved a podium, but he did achieve a real podium in this series early on in this 2026 season, thanks to this RB being pretty good this year. So he has already claimed a podium this year. That's not his first, and Yuki's already claimed a win this year. But Yuki wins again, up 2 places. Max Verstappen a good drive, up 3, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds out that podium then for the Red Bull family. But I'm very happy with that result with us. Fernando Alonso finished where he starts, P4. His strategy just worked as intended. Danny Rick, we jumped in very early on under that virtual safety car, and in the end it paid off, but it was thanks to Alonso helping him with DRS on those last 2 laps to fend off Valtteri Bottas, who finished P6, up 5. I think that's Bottas' best result this year. That Mercedes, dominant last year, won both championships. They've struggled this year, but I'm pretty sure that's probably his best result. Oscar Piastri, no doubt, was hampered by that issue at the end, but he is still up 2 places to finish 7th. Hamilton dropped 2 to 8th. Lando in that other McLaren that is very fast, up 8 places to 9th. And Leclerc rounds out the top 10. And Leclerc also took the fastest lap for Ferrari, so he gets 2 points. Wind tunnel catching up to you, that's usually how it goes in the second half. GG though, those results are good. Well, actually, Dark Phoenix, what we've done is we were dominating too much, so we've put in place in our series a bit of a random draw generator. So at different stages of the season, 4 different stages, we do a random draw, which basically if we're drawing McLaren, we say whether they get no upgrade, minor upgrade, standard upgrade, or a major upgrade. And whatever they get, we then go into the database editor and give them an upgrade. So we've done that at 4 different races. A bit like replicating real F1 where they bring upgrades. So I didn't want this season just to be us dominating by winning the championship by 200-300 points. So we've done that, and yeah, they've very much come back at us now. So we're now sort of the 4th quickest car. So we've got a bit of catching up to do. But let's have a look then what that has done to the Drivers' Championship. And Ricciardo does maintain his lead in the Drivers' Championship. But as I say, it's getting very tight. He had probably a 90-point lead early on. And as I say, because we've upgraded the AI, they are now coming at us. So they are now Tsunoda, 32 points behind us then with another victory today. Alonso maintains P3, but again, Max has took points off Alonso and Ricciardo. So it is getting very tight here indeed. Oscar Piastri 5th, Sainz binned it, so only 6th for him. He doesn't move up any places. Lando 7th, Hulkenberg 8th, Hamilton 9th, Leclerc rounds out the top 10. Lando, quite a bit behind Oscar, really, so far early on this season. Hamilton beat Leclerc in their first year as teammates, and he's doing the same again here in the second season. Rest of the points scorers in 2026, Bottas, 46. As I say, I'm pretty confident that's the best result of his season. Russell in 12th, Albon 13th, Perez 14th, Ocon 15th, and Bortoletto 16th. The duck thing is, oh, you can mod it. Is that how Hamilton got to Ferrari too? Hamilton will go to Ferrari in any save anyway, because it's hard wired into the game essentially. But yeah, you can mod it and change those. But yeah, it's hard wired into it. Hard coded into it, I should say. Constructors then, and this is the same here. We've had a handsome lead for a while, but again, they're coming at us, and Red Bull should have took more points off us, but Sainz made that mistake. So we've still got a healthy lead of 130 points. But if this continues, where RB and Red Bull keep taking normally 30 and 40 points off us, then it's going to get tight on those final last 4 or 5 races of the season. So we do lead at Red Bull a second. RB a good weekend though. Can they beat their sort of parent team, so to speak? They're only 13 points behind. McLaren, not a great weekend for them in 4th. Ferrari 5th. Mercedes 6th. And then we've got Aston Martin 7th. Williams 8th. Haas 9th. And the Audi and Alpine yet to score. I think RB and Red Bull can certainly come at us, and McLaren. They're not too far off. There's only, 50 points between these 3. Ferrari look like they're nailed on to finish 5th. Mercedes will finish 6th. And then there's a little bit of a fight here for 7th between Aston Martin and Williams. Is it? I'll have to check. I don't think he did in my season last, or maybe it's through their patches at some point. Yeah, unless they changed it. But yeah, certainly the vanilla game. Every playthrough I've done and every playthrough I know of everyone else, Hamilton will move to Ferrari in 2025. What about pit stops? We had a good pit stop in there somewhere, didn't we? Yeah. 2 seconds, just under 2.1 seconds. So that's got us another 12 points. We're up to a whopping 5th in this. That's the best we can probably get, though, because these are a mile off us now. But perhaps we can finish 5th. Our best position so far in this was 9th, so that's looking good as well. And we should get our race bonuses as well. We do indeed, so that gives us a little bit more cash, which is always nice to see. But that's going to wrap this one up. So thanks for dropping into the chat. As I say, if you're new here, please do follow or subscribe. We stream this series every Tuesday and Friday from just after 7 PM GMT. So if you like what you see, please do smash that like button, subscribe or follow depending on the platform. As I say, jump back on Tuesday where we will continue this series, and we'll be post-summer break where we head to Zandvoort, and we've got plenty of upgrades coming on the car here. So hopefully we'll be back challenging for podiums and wins. That's the ambition. But again, in the database editor, it will be the next round of upgrades we do for the AI. So it's going to be interesting when we get to Zandvoort. As I say, if you're not already, follow and subscribe. We'll be back on Tuesday from 7 PM to continue this series. If you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Really does help me out. And if you've watched this tonight on TikTok or Twitch, if you head to my profile in the bio, you'll find the YouTube channel. Let's say on YouTube, we do live stream there as well, but also we have all the episodes of this series. So you can go back, watch the episodes, and as I say, it has more content than just the live races. It has all of the off-track action that you see here. So everything we do before race, it has qualifying and all of that good stuff. So you want to follow the series in more detail, do head over to my profile on TikTok or Twitch and head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe there. And of course, if you watched on YouTube and it's the first time you're watching, please do subscribe. And again, you can see all of the live streams as VODs, or you can go through and, as I say, look at the playlist and check out the Team Lotus series from episode 1. And I think we're on episode 60 something now. So go and enjoy that. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Hope you enjoyed the liveries that we saw this week. We've got testing coming up in the next week in real life. And then real F1 kicks off very soon. Let's say if you've liked this tonight and it's your first time, please check us out again on Tuesday. And the few regulars that I've seen in the chat, thanks again for dropping in and providing your comments as you always do. And those in the shadows that don't like to chat, always appreciated. Thanks for the views, and we shall see you again on Tuesday.